So welcome students. Today we shall be learning about the advertisement and the art of advertising. So first of all, let us start with what is advertising, how it helps to create the advertisement, and what is the impact of advertisement in today's market. So let us start with advertising. Advertising is an art that is used to familiarize public with the product by informing its description, use, and its superiority over other brands or competitors, and also helps to understand the sources of its availability and the price, of course. So advertising is not merely a propaganda. Saying it as a propaganda is completely wrong, but it is a paid form of communication. We can say that it is a paid form of communication that is highly beneficial to the customers or consumers. The advertiser has to pay for the space or time that is used to communicate the message to his customer. So this is basically how the advertising influences the market. So certain objectives are associated with the advertising. The first one is it helps to create the demand for a new product by explaining the utility. So if the consumer understands that the product is useful to him or her, then surely the demand of that particular product will rise. And moreover, it also helps to understand the working of the new products, how they work, how they have the impact in their daily lives. The second one is help to increase the sales by attracting the new customer. So it basically boosts up the sale by attracting the new customer base. The third objective is it helps to survive in the market competition. So the market competition is quite high nowadays, and it helps to maintain the existing demand by fighting with the competitors. The next objective is it helps to assist the salesman in selling efforts. So the selling efforts of salesmen are boosted up, and moreover less efforts are required to convince the customers, because the advertisement regarding the new product tells us the customers about the basic information of that particular product. The next objective is it helps to warn the public against imitation of the products of the firm. So basically it provides warning regarding the fake or duplicate products that are existing. It also enhances the goodwill of the firm, so it increases the reputation of a particular company in the market. So it will be having certain advantages and disadvantages also. So first of all, let us discuss what are the various advantages of the advertisement or advertising. First one is it helps in introduction of new products in the market. So it helps to introduce new products. The next one is it promotes the sale of goods and services by persuading the people to buy them. So it virtually increases the buying capacity of the customers. Next is it enables a firm to face competition in the market for its survival. So it's an essential tool to remain in the market. Next is it helps in creating a demand and hence a regular production. So a relation, or we can say a balance between demand and supply, is maintained with the help of advertisement. The next is it helps to increase the goodwill of the firm. It enables a firm to improve its reputation by highlighting its achievement to the public. It also provides information and educates the consumer to buy the better quality of goods at lower prices. So it increases the knowledge of customers regarding the current products in the market. It also generates the employment. How? Because it helps the artist and other persons in the line which are quite talented to design new advertisements. So it generates a limited form of employment, but it helps. It also helps to provide revenue to the newspapers, magazines, and other media of advertisement. It leads to increase in production, which in turn reduces the overhead expenses. Hence, it helps in bringing down the selling price of the goods. It also helps to maintain the uniformity and stability of the prices. And lastly, it enables the manufacturer to expand his market. So, expansion of companies or firms or the product base is quite dependent on the advertisement given by the companies. So, as advantages are there with the advertisement, so certain disadvantages will also be there. So, now let us see what are the major drawbacks of the advertisement. First is, it multiplies the needs of the people by inducing them to buy things which they do not really need or cannot afford to buy. So, unnecessary pressure is created on consumer to buy such things which are not even required. Secondly, it does not necessarily increase the demand and sale of the product, but it simply shifts the demand from one seller to another. So, these shifting trends in the market are there, but the demand remains stagnant. It also involves a huge wasteful expenditure because the majority of advertisement either escape the attention of the people or are simply ignored by the customers. So, it is not necessary that every advertisement is usually viewed by the customers with the same passion. So, it is a huge wastage of resources, we can say the financial resources. It also increases the cost of production. Undoubtedly, it decreases the overhead expenses, but the money, the capital that is invested in creating the advertisement is usually included in the cost of production. And many a times the facts are misrepresented or presented in the advertisement. We can say certain facts are not quite legible with the product, but they are given in the advertisement just to make it more attractive and persuading to the consumers. So, this was regarding the advertisements, their advantages, disadvantages. So, how an advertisement is designed, how they are created. So, this is divided into 5 parts. The following are the main parts of an advertisement. Now, let us start with the first one, that is heading. The heading or a caption is used to attract the attention of the people. So, it is the main attractive part that helps to get the attention of the customers. It can be a word, a phrase, or even a question about the product or service being advertised, but it should not be very long. A long phrase or any long wordings are not generally remembered and they are quite boring also. The next part is the theme. The theme gives the basic idea about the product and the highlights in its distinctive advantage, how it is different from the current competitors, and it also conveys an image of the product being advertised. So, theme is an essential part of the advertisement. The next comes the picture. So, generally an advertising copy contains a photo of a product being advertised along with a famous celebrity or any brand ambassador. The photo of product is often combined with the photo of a model, star possessing or using that particular product. It enables the customer to recognize or identify the product easily. The fourth part is the arguments. Nowadays, arguments in favor of advertised products are given in the advertisement. So, only the favoring or the advantages of the product are highlighted. The purpose of giving the argument is to convince the customers about the utility of the product, how it helps to change the daily life of the consumers or the customers. So, it will automatically enhance the demand. And the last is the closing part of an advertising copy, and that is very often repeats in brief the contents of the advertisement, and in some cases the name and address of the drugs or we can say any store where the product is available are given in that particular part. So, it is just basically a recap of the advertisement contents. So, students, I hope you can understand how an advertisement is created and what are the different parts like heading, theme, picture, arguments and closing part. So, now what are the various medias of advertising? that are being used. To means or the means used to transmit the message from the advertiser to the public is known as advertising media. So the following are some of the media through which advertising is done. The number one is press advertisement. It mainly includes the newspapers and magazines. Magazines can be the tech magazines, or we can say the household magazines. Then comes the literature advertisement. These involves the letters, circulars, leaflets, catalogs. So these are kind of literature that provides the advertisement. Next comes the external advertisement. For example, the posters on the walls, in the streets, and the electronic displays. So these are really catchy. If you visit a particular market, you can see the catchy displays with neon lights that basically highlights the products. And the last one is the miscellaneous. Of course, the largest form of advertisement nowadays, it includes television, radio, and internet. So internet is now basically the most widely used media of advertisement, having lots and lots of advertisements on it. So this was regarding the media of advertising. So now students, a small topic is only left, that is regarding the difference between the advertisement and sales promotion. Both are linked to increase the demand of the particular product, but there is a slight difference between advertisement and sales promotion. So now let us discuss. The advertisement is a modern or the current concept, whereas sales promotion is an old concept. The use of various means of sales promotion is not so much necessary nowadays. In advertisement, no direct contact with the customers is made, whereas sales promotion works on a direct contact with the customer and salesman. In advertisement, it is a routine work of the institutions nowadays, but in case of sales promotion, it is not on daily basis and it is adapted, or we can say adopted under special conditions or special circumstances only. The scope of advertisement is quite wide, whereas the scope for sales promotion is limited. The main objective of advertisement is to make the personal sale easy by initiating the collective purchase of goods. Whereas in case of sales promotion, the main objective is to fill the gap between the advertisement and personal sale. So it just acts as a bridge between advertisement and personal selling. Lastly, the control of different media of advertisement is in the hands of the third parties or in other institutions that regulate the flow of advertisements. But in case of sales promotion, the control lies in the hands of traders. So I hope students, the concepts regarding the advertising and advertisement are now clear to you. In this video, we have discussed about how advertising works, what are its objectives, how it enhances the sales, help to attract the new customers, maintains the old customer base, the advantages, the disadvantages, and how an advertisement is designed, what are the various parts such as heading, theme, picture, arguments, closing parts. Then comes the media of advertising, press, literature, external, miscellaneous, and finally the difference between advertisement and sales promotion. So I hope the concepts are clear to you now. Revise them and learn.